We equally reject attempts to prescribe new rights that are contrary to our values, norms, traditions, and beliefs. We are not gays. Cooperation and respect for each other will advance the cause of human rights worldwide. Confrontation, vilification, and double standards will not. Mr. President, self-determination and independence are intrinsic and fundamental rights that should be enjoyed by all peoples everywhere without distinction. We are deeply concerned by the continued denial of this basic right to the Sahrawi people. We urge the United Nations to expeditiously finalize what must be done to conclude the decolonization of the Western Sahara. Please stop their filthy, clandestine, divisive antics. So you have sanctions. We have sanctions.
Вы боретесь с санкциями, и мы тоже.
In this America, the imperialist at the top of it.
But then if you notice, Putin started laughing before Mugabe finished talking. That tells you that Putin actually understands English, and one of the main reasons why he probably has a translator is so that it's some type of power move.
It all, which Europe just followed. In a few weeks from now, I will preside over its processes, which must not be prepossessed by any acts calculated to undermine it or to compromise the outcomes in the eyes of the public.
Wholly made in Uganda. I would have come here in my jungle hut, which is totally Uganda made, but because there's no sunshine, I decided to use the beret.
African leaders are like natural
but this
comedians.
One is even better. This actually was designed by me. And because the people who are asking for the shoes are bad-mannered, I can look for a disciplined Africa. And I want to advise these young people of mine. Something they call nyeko is very bad. Nyeko means jealous. So some of these people are suffering from nyeko.
I learned a new word. Nyeko.
When they see somebody who has lived long, why has he lived long? When they say somebody was been in government for a long time, why has he? That's nyeko. Stop this nyeko. Bugorobi, we are using it for another thing now. We call this change of use, change of land use. If you have not heard that term, now you hear it for the first time. I just enjoy these young people. They want to see how sharp my brain is. And I always handle them. I'm always in the kitchen. For you, you are always on the dining table eating.
To talk from position of ignorance.
Now, Honorable,
this guy.
do you want to tell me that
If
the
you
health
want-
sector
can I
is
walk out
well
of
funded?
here?
No, you
Can I walk
can't.
out? I walk out?
No, you
No, no,
shouldn't walk out. Why should you
I'm
walk
not
out?
going to argue with an ignorant
No,
man.
Honorable,
excuse
you
me.
are accountable to the population.
No, thank you very much. Let's go.
Well, that's Honorable Matia Kasaija.
You know, I think there's a high possibility that Ugandans may easily be the funniest Africans out there. Now, there may be a possibility that they don't know they're funny, but man, I want to tell my Ugandan brothers and sisters out there, you guys are just naturally funny.
He couldn't defend government's position on the matter of failing to conduct the national census. Is there any legal justification for homosexuality?
I told you I'm a human rights defender. And I see Pastor Sempa has come here. When I agreed to come to this show, I spoke to you.
I'm sorry, it's just
He
storming.
he cannot just storm in. So if he storms in, I storm out. Thanks for your time.
Vegetables.
I cannot go on with this debate
Before you
anymore.
go, do you recognize these things?
Pepe, I'm sorry, can you give me a minute?
Pepe, do you recognize some of these things here? These are some of the things they use. I want to give you evidence. I did not come here to address them.
Ladies,
We cannot pass a law on emotion.
Pastor and Honorable
attacking
Matembe,
men.
let's look at this bill from the...
It is okay. It is okay. We can make a law.
Madam, will you come back, please? We address the core issues. Let's address the core issues.
Yeah,
You
let's
see,
address the
finally,
core
facts
issues.
are hard.
No. Let's address the... Yes, I'm controlling him. I'm controlling
Let
him.
us receive facts.
Yeah,
Madam,
let's-
will you
let's
come back?
address the core
Can
issues.
anyone
Kindly.
fistula? Oh, it is not.
No.
Commercial.
Pastor, let's look at the core issues.
ekyakituddemu nedda
Let's look at
ayogera
the core
nnyo
issues.
n'avuma abasajja babuukira abakazi abasajja bateeka ebisiimu mu bakyala alekeraawo tuli banyiivu Matembe. We as men are angry. You are the one who brought the play vagina monologue. You remember, you like to say even when I'm not right I can make now noise and shout. No, let us give you facts today.
Will you come back, please?
We demand an apology.
Pastor, will you give...
We demand an apology.
Will you
Stop
so
accusing men.
Will you give Honorable Matembe an opportunity
she has
to
had
respond?
30 minutes.
Yeah, she's had 30 minutes.
She has to take
but
away
give her a
telling.
This guy, he has a kitchen utensils ready. Oh God.
Us. Me,
Honorable,
I've been married
kindly.
21 years.
Honorable,
21
give Honorable
years.
Matembe chance.
I have been married to 21.
Honorable members, Madam Speaker.
At about 2:40 p.m., Speaker Rebecca Kadaga entered the parliamentary chambers to preside over the day's business. Kadaga was expected to give a communication on several motions, including the much anticipated motion by Igala West MP Raphael Magezi, seeking to amend Article 102B of the Constitution to lift the presidential age limit. Kadaga first ordered opposition members to remove the red ribbons they had around their heads. She ruled that they were contravening the parliamentary dress code.
But I want to invite the members on this side of the House to remove your bandanas. You are in breach of Rule 73, which requires decorum in this House.
Kadaga then informed legislators of her granting permission to Raphael Magezi to present his motion before the House since government had failed to table a comprehensive bill on constitutional amendments.
The following notices for motions for leave to introduce private members' bills have made the test under Rule 47 for inclusion in today's order paper. 1. A motion to leave of Parliament to introduce a constitutional amendment to be moved by Honorable Raphael Magezi.
However, as the debate progressed, members against lifting the presidential age limit became suspicious of State Minister for Water and Environment Ronald Chibule of entering the chambers with a gun.
Okay, that's
What followed
escalating.
was a fist fight.
Well, I don't see any fists yet. Well, no fists. Oh my god, that's a chair. Well, this is escalating.
Some members here are actually not safe because some guns have been sneaked into this house.
Madam Speaker, the issue of our security, members of parliament in this parliament, takes precedence over anything else.
If the honorable member has any evidence.
But there, you legends from Uganda, tell me, what's up with the red caps? Is it like a movement? Is it a tradition? Is it a religious thing? If you know, hey, just tell us.
Can they let that evidence on the table? Otherwise, are they in order?
I've said if there are instances which have been captured with the camera, I shall review them and update you.
Oh, damn. That guy is prepared.
I wish to seek your indulgence, right honorable speaker, to ask us get out and we get in as they check us. They check us one by one.
Down. You wanted a search, we are going to do a search. Sit down. You want a search, we are doing a search. Take your seats, take your seats.
After the search, Parliament resumed with other business on the order paper. Herbert Ziwa, NTV at Parliament.
Government must do more to restore the dignity of our people. As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you give him no.
It's not working out.
You say some of know English properly. And then we can only come and say,
hold up 1 second. See, anytime, like, if you have ever, like, done a recording, right? The first time you ever do a recording, things will definitely go wrong. Unless you are naturally gifted like crazy, things will always go wrong. Now, that guy, I'm 100% sure that's not the first time he's been in front of a camera, right? But when he knew things are not going according to plan, he didn't know what to do. And you know, most broadcasting stations, they have like a delay. They have like 5 seconds. So if you mess up, something can be corrected. But this guy, he just froze. Let's watch this again because this is just a lot of fun.
Restore the dignity of our people. As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you give him no.
You say some of know English properly. And then we can only come and say,
Honorable
hong, 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 like that.
Honorable Matisa.
Yes. Hong, hong, hong.
Honorable Matisa.
Hong, hong.
Honorable Matisa.
That's the only thing that she knows.
Honorable Matisa.
Yes.
Our membership figures stood at 769, 700, listen properly, 769,820 and 70 Minister of Health was able a few months ago to launch a new condom, and I brought some examples here. A new condom which is called the Max condom. The Max condom is in response
Why?
to what a number of people were saying. They were saying that the other condom that had been introduced by government.
So he probably has a good reason to talk about this right there, but you have to understand that within African cultures, this is quite unusual. I'm not saying he's doing the wrong thing. There's probably a problem and those condoms are going to resolve that issue, but man, that's a little bit irregular, but hey.
Did not smell so well and it made a noise whenever it was used. Now through scientific development, we were able to develop a new condom which is called Max. The Max is for maximum pleasure, maximum protection, and it does not make noise at all. And it comes in different flavors. If you want a grape flavor, you can get a grape flavor. If you want an apple flavor, you can get an apple flavor.
Just wanted information.
Whoa, what the hell? What the hell, man? Wow. Okay. That's fine. I'm not South African, so I don't know what was in the mind of President Ramaphosa there. I don't know whether he was actually president at that time, but South Africans seem to have some interesting priorities, and it may be a good priority. Maybe people are complaining about the noise and the flavor. Oh man, okay, that's funny. If you guys don't mind, we have to do this just once more. So bear with me. Let's hear about condoms again.
Minister of Health was able a few months ago to launch a new condom, and I brought some examples here. A new condom which is called the Max condom. The Max condom is in response to what a number of people were saying. They were saying that the other condom that had been introduced by government did not smell so well.
Oh my God.
And it made a noise whenever it was used. Now through scientific development, we were able to develop a new condom which is called Max. The Max is for maximum pleasure, maximum protection, and it does not make noise at all. And it comes in different flavors. If you want a grape flavor, you can get a grape flavor. If you want an apple flavor, you can get an apple flavor.
Just wanted.
That dude is a president, man. He's going through the list of flavors out there. Oh, bro. And this is so important to him that he memorized all that information, the number of flavors, which brand does. Oh man, I love that.
Information, because the only thing you can do together is singing in a choir. But you can't have people speak at the same time. I only know this as a Zulu. When I joined the regiments,
a man stand up. Point of order. Yes. Nkandla. Thixo waseGeorge Cook. Hey.
But the South Africans have a very beautiful language.
There is a broken president in a broken country. You know? My babu. Now, at the end of that contribution, you try to find out what is it that I could respond to.
Yeah, we were launching that new breathalyzer which will be able to test and tell if there is blood in your alcohol within 10 minutes rather than to wait for months for blood tests to show how much blood you have.
What are we going to have up here next, preparing to come to the podium? The Minister of...
1 second. Did you guys get that? He said it tests how much blood you have in the alcohol. What's going on with South Africans, man? They're drinking so much that alcohol is the main content in their blood that now they're testing for blood in their alcohol. Let's hear that again. 1 second, bear with me.
Yeah, we were launching that new breathalyzer which will be able to test and tell if there is blood in your alcohol within 10 minutes rather than to wait for months
He actually
for
said
blood
that.
tests to show how much blood you have.
What are we going to have up here next, preparing to come to the podium? The Minister of Home Affairs. He spent the election with his face in his armpit like this, teaching voters dabbing. Well, the opposition taught you a drubbing, didn't they? Then, the Deputy Minister of Minerals and Energy. Working for Minister Gupta must be hard. Poor man's still trying to work out how he got appointed or why he's here. He came here with slogans. But you know things are getting really bad when you duff up your own slogans at the podium. You've botched the MPRDA. But I want to say, I do agree with you, Honourable Oliphant. We do find common cause with you. You're absolutely right. The ANC has produced a lot of nuts. And given the fact that mining investment fell by 74% last year, I'm not surprised you want to come here and talk about macadamias instead of minerals.
Mashile. No, Honorable Mashile. There's nothing honorable about him, man. There's nothing honorable about Mashile. You can't be forcing us to call people honorable here, Mr. Mashile.
Honorable Speaker, we have the rules of the House.
Order, members.
We have the rules of the House.
Honorable member, this is not a perfect wedding. On what rule are you rising? On what rule? Honorable Josie, take your seat.
Look at how the guy's dressed.
Honorable members of the EFF, honorable member, take your seat.
Honorable
Please
Speaker.
proceed.
Also to remind you that not all that visit our beautiful country.
But I want to just remind you guys that there's a high possibility that South Africans may be funnier than Ugandans, but you know, it's still too early.
Come with the right intention, as they did in 2,000 years ago, by the person named Van Riebeck. He overstayed their intention when they came.
Order, honorable members.
It was to build a refreshment station.
Order, honorable members.
They stole everything, even our dignity, because they took an advantage of our kindness. But the African National Congress said, no, these criminal injustices, cruel tendencies to our fellow South Africans.
Honorable member,
That is the
honorable
reason.
member, will you just take a seat, please? Take your seat, please. Why are you rising, honorable member?
Thank you, House Chairperson. Just on a point of order, the honourable member is misleading the House. She said that Van Riebeck arrived 2,000 years ago.
Honourable
I
member,
think she's confusing
honourable member,
Jesus
take your
Christ
seat,
with
please.
Thank you.
Continue, honourable
Whatever
member.
date that they came in here.
Who's all who do tobacco and make I don't know what you call it, like a zol in Bosa. Yes. sometimes when there's all, I'll read at some stage what one person said about that Zol. Because he says when people Zol, they put saliva on the paper and then Zol.
Wait, she's talking about rolling weed.
And then they share that Zol. So it means they are also if one of them has a virus, they are sharing that person's saliva, but also they are moving saliva from
I knew
one
that's
to
where
the
she was
other.
going.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
What?
I'm not scared of nothing.
Honorable Malema,
I'm not scared of nothing.
Honorable Malema,
Nothing.
inconsistent.
Honorable Malema,
Honorable
please take
Speaker.
your seat. Yes, what are you rising on, Honorable Member?
Can I just sit down, please? I want you to praise the order. Hey, man, I'm not going to sit down right now, man.
Sit down.
Speak
Sit
your
close
words to
over
my
here.
son.
Hey, sit.
Honorable Malema.
Hey, sit.
Honorable Malema.
Sit.
Hey, Honorable
Sit.
Member. Honorable
Sit.
Member.
Going to sit.
Wait.
It's
wait.
not going
Honorable
to sit.
Malema.
I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to sit down.
Please proceed.
I'm standing here so I can irritate you. You can be emotional anyhow you want. There is nothing you can do. I'm in charge. So I'm running this house, you see. So you can get angry and
This dude has a
stand
lot
up
of
and
confidence.
sit
I
down.
like it.
House chair.
Honorable Member Malema, we are not running the house. Please proceed with the speech.
It is your
Because you cannot just come and announce that this is what is going to happen in a democratic parliament. So please put that proposal on the table and then let's discuss it. And if they need a right, you can't say because there is a rule here. We work according to the rules, Speaker. Please,
Honorable
let's
Malemba,
debate
take
this
your
matter.
seat.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Deputy
Honorable Malema, what are you raising on now?
Next time you must bring breathalyzers here, man.
No, man. Honorable.
How can a normal sober person say such?
Honorable Malema, you are out of order and you must withdraw that. Honorable Malema, withdraw that. Honorable member, you withdraw that. Any member here, what breathalyzer here? Withdraw it, Honorable Malema.
Malema, please take your seat. Honorable Zulu, what are you rising on?
I'm asking if Honorable Malema Mpoko will take a question.
Honorable
yes.
Maloma, are you prepared to take a question?
Yes, bring it.
Honorable Malema, do you understand the abuse of women? Would you accept when I say to you, you add a surname to a woman which does not belong to that woman? Are you aware that Tutumieni is a married woman with a surname Malema Mpoko?
Honorable Malema?
You are blowing a hot air, just exposing your incapacity to understand the women issues. You want to pretend like you are a feminist when you are not. You are self-serving. It's all about you. So stop using your self-serving ambition and interest for power and masquerading as a feminist because you are not.
Member.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I'm rising on Rule 14LA. Is Honorable Malema willing to take a question?
Honorable Malema.
Malema is a content generator, man. Like, I could just make Malema videos all week.
Will you take a question?
Yes.
Okay. Moshavi, Julafas. Julafas Moshavi. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I'm going to apologize. Then you must be held responsible. So now, my question to you is that, are you abusing your wife? Thank you very much, Chairperson of the NCOP.
Thank you very much.
What the hell?
Let's try and keep the questions brief. Honorable Malema.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the NCOP. You have, however, continued with your dangerous plans and you are even courageous.
We heard you what you said, and now we don't believe anything that you said.
Order, Chair.
The only thing you have said,
Order, Chair.
and we know you mean it.
Order,
is
Chair.
everything that will put profit
Honorable Malema,
Order, Chair.
above all.
Honorable Malema, just
Chair.
a minute. What's your point of order, member?
Chair, Honorable Malema agreed in responding into a question. Now there is a question. He must respond to the question before he proceeds with his mini State of the Nation address.
We don't believe that you said. Instead, we are continuing incorrect.
He is not answering whether he beats his wife.
Misguided and contradictory policies.
Order, Chairperson.
And we know you to mean it. It's everything that will put profit and greed above all.
Order, Chairperson. Order, Chairperson.
Security
Malema,
Order, Chairperson.
petrol attendants, unemployed.
Order, Chairperson.
Honorable Malema, just a minute. Just a minute.
Chair, on a point
Honorable
of order.
member, what's the point of order?
Chair, we cannot allow Honorable Malema to disrespect the House and waste the time of the House. Honorable Malema agreed to take the question. He must respond to the question. And Chair,
Man, he's a slippery dude. That dude
Honorable
is
Malema,
smart.
maybe just can just indicate whether you answered in the question or not, so that you can proceed.
I never said I won't answer the question. So I'm reading my speech. No one is going to tell me what to do at what time. I'm in charge. That's why these fools are running around here. I'm in charge.
On a point of order, Chair.
Order, Chairperson.
Point of order, Chairperson.
Order, Chairperson.
I've got the ruling party by
Chairperson.
Order. Chairperson.
Orders undermine.
Point of order.
I'm in charge. I'm running.
Chairperson.
We are not in charge.
Not by the balls, it's by the skins of the balls.
We are not in charge. We are going to show you to.
Honorable Malema, order.
Order of the opposition.
Order, members.
Running the house. I'm in charge. Come on.
Order, members.
Running the house.
Who's next?
Can we have order, members?
Don't worry, DP. I've got these things.
Honorable Shibambo, please sit down.
The caucus of the ANC has collapsed.
Honorable members,
On a point
we
of
can't allow
Order on you,
the
Chairperson.
House to descend into chaos.
I'm in charge.
Order, member.
It's already chaotic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Room. If that student does not answer question 6, that student cannot be blamed. Can we proceed now with the business of the House?
Thank you very much. Please proceed, Honorable Malema.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'm happy that you are continuing to learn from me. I just taught you that calling each other fools is not a problem, and you did exactly that. You learn after me. You follow me because I'm in charge. I'm running this thing.
I'm asking you to withdraw the remark
I'm in charge.
that has been made about
running
the
this thing.
Okay. Let me explain this thing maybe different.
Wrong.
No, you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. That's the problem. Now, I've said, and I'm prepared to withdraw. But I said, in answering your question, 1, I don't beat up my wife. 2, my lawyers have written a letter to Honorable Mama Bolo because he repeated it outside. Why is that important? It's important because if you have nothing to hide, you must take it to court, Mr. Malem. So I've taken it. He must pay me 1 million, or else I'm taking him to court. He has received the letter to show that I'm not hiding anything about abusing my wife. Can the president answer the question? Did he beat his late wife? That's a question we must answer.
Honorable Malema.
Because I've been asked the same question in this house about
Honorable
my wife.
Malema.
The president has got a history of beating
Malema.
up his wife, the late wife, and I'm following in the same steps you have been following.
Can we have order?
You came
On a
here
point
to
of order,
start
Chairperson.
personal
Order.
battles without
On a point of
knowing
order, Chair.
what the
Point of order,
implications
Point of order, Chair.
those
Point of
battles.
order,
Honorable
Chair.
Malema.
Point
You want
of
to fight
order.
like that? That's how we
Chair,
fight.
point of order.
Honorable Malema.
Point of order.
Order, Chairperson.
No history of abuse, the history of love.
Order, Chairperson.
That's me for you.
On a point of order.
I don't have history of abusing women. I'm in love. I'm happily married.
Please.
I don't have an ex-wife that says I was beating her up. And for your President Zuma can confirm that Norma Zizi, the ex-wife of the president, used to complain to President Zuma about being abused by the president.
On a point of order.
On a point of order, Chair.
Bring it on. Well, and I'm not scared of all of you.
Combined.
I'm not scared of nothing.
Honorable Malema.
I'm not scared of
Honorable Malema.
I'm not scared of you.
On a point of order, Chair. On a point of order.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you last time, Honorable Malema? Order, members. Can I ask you for the last time, Honorable Malema?
But Chair, who said you were scared of him?
Please withdraw the remark. And if you don't want to withdraw the remark, I'm about to ask you to leave the house.
You don't want the truth. Your president abused his ex-wife. You can abuse power the way you want to abuse it. No, but come to me and you say to me, I abuse my wife. I give you the facts. Now I take them and respond with the facts. But that's your president. That's your I'm not going anywhere. I'm not.
These guys really are trying to defend whoever Malema is accusing. Like, bro, like they're so enthusiastic.
You come to me. I answer you. I'm even telling you to talk about it. So I've got nothing to hide. You come to me with the nonsense, I'll give you nonsense.
Honorable Malema, please leave the house.
I'm not part of your fiction. I can leave the house now. The fact remains. Norma Zizi must rest in peace. She was abused by your president.
Leave.
Before Honorable Malema leaves the house.
Leave.
Honorable Malema, please leave the house.
Leave the house.
Dictator is a dictator. The only speaker in his own party. A dictator.
Leave.
Useless.
Man, they are mad.
Hamba sticks. Hamba.
Honorable Chair, can the bodyguards also follow their master?
Take your puppets with you. Take your puppets. With your fools.
Bodyguard, follow me.
Hey, are you supposed to see the translator? Is it
The rest of the opposition members walked out.
Oh, this is
now,
Uganda
with the
now. This
MPs,
is
nearly
Uganda.
two-thirds of the official opposition on suspension, their colleagues have also vowed to stay out of parliament until they know where each of their arrested comrades is being held. The amendment bill was tabled by Raphael Majezi.
Unlike the past motions, this one has a timeline. By March next year, the Attorney General should be able to provide a statement to the court on what we have done. And by May next year, we should be through with these electoral reforms.
Attempts by NRM Zuhunda to question the urgency of lifting the age limit were thwarted by the Speaker.
Madam Speaker, the spirit in which this motion has been brought to Parliament does not capture the whole of the country. Madam Speaker, as we speak right now, the country is on procedure because of the proposed motion, and I am warned, Madam Speaker, that if this motion is allowed in this House to continue to give the member leave, it is going to cause problems to the country.
The people shall express their will and consent on who shall govern them. That one has been settled on who shall govern, because we have settled in February 2016. Now what we have to settle is how. Therefore, the people are central to this issue. It's not an issue that we can decide exclusively without the population. I want that to be very, very clear.
The Speaker has the power to speed up the process, and it can be passed before the opposition return to Parliament. It is more convenient to pass it without them around to make it a messy process, as it has been the case in the last 3 Parliament sittings.
You are familiar with that procedure. Our rules say if you are asked to leave, you must leave. If you do not leave, you are removed. That's why you are removed.
No.
Oh, Museveni.
Now, you have seen how I am protecting myself. The whole body is mine. The whole body, the head, the what, they are all mine. But karate says, please, if you don't want to die, there are 2 areas that you must protect.
I take it back. I think Ugandans are the funniest Africans.